The third thing I think you have to do, which is for a conservative a little controversial, is I think you've got to require everybody to either have insurance or to post a bond.
On a day when Republicans lost another prospective presidential candidate, the words of a man who's already in have prompted a backlash. House Budget Committee Chairman Paul Ryan today struck back against Newt Gingrich for sharp criticism of Ryan's budget plan. Correspondent James Rosen has the blow-by-blow.
I am not going to justify this. I'm not going to explain this. The attack on Paul Ryan, the support for an individual mandate in health care, it cuts Paul Ryan off at the knees. It supports the Obama administration.
A conservative backlash engulfed GOP presidential candidate Newt Gingrich Monday after he renewed his support for an individual mandate for health insurance, a key tenet of President Obama's health care law, and after the former House Speaker dismissed the Medicare reform plan put forward by Congressman Paul Ryan, the Republican Party's leading voice on spending issues, as, quote, radical.
I don't think right-wing social engineering is any more desirable than left-wing social engineering. I don't think imposing radical change from the right or the left is a very good way for a free society to operate.
On the Laura Ingraham show, Ryan said maintaining the status quo is radical and added of Gingrich,
with allies like that, who needs the left?
I was surprised and disappointed to hear Newt Gingrich last week criticize the Republicans in the House of Representatives for even considering changes to Medicare. He called it a right-wing social engineering. Then the former Speaker of the House went on to restate a view he has apparently held for some time, that the government does possess the constitutional authority to compel everyone to purchase health care coverage.
The Constitution is not a suicide pact.
When you call Ryan's plan radical, that is different than saying it's courageous, I've got to take a look at it. And when you come out for the individual mandate, Joe, you're writing off, you must be writing off today 75% of the Republican Party, which has that as a major issue, overturning that in the Supreme Court.
Mr. Gingrich, what you just did to Paul Ryan is unforgivable.
I didn't do anything to Paul Ryan.
Yes, you did. You undercut him and his allies in the House.
No, I said...
You're an embarrassment to our party.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Why don't you get out before you make a bigger fool of yourself?
Sorry you feel that way.
He not only distanced himself from Ryan's plan, which I understand, is he repudiated it almost entirely.
He called it radical.
He called it radical. He is out in the left wing of the Republican Party on the most crucial, I think, economic issue besides the economy itself.
I've got to say, this confirms my biggest concern about Newt Gingrich over the past 15 years, that rhetorically he's far, far right, but when push comes to shove, he's in the mushy middle.
Newt Gingrich seems to be doing a little bit of both and a bit of neither simultaneously after what he said touched off a firestorm inside his own party. Now try to stay with me here. He's now saying that he really wasn't saying what everyone thought he was saying, and he wasn't really talking about who he clearly was talking about. Yet even he knew he was talking about this guy. He apologized personally to him, but now he's saying, well, it's hard to quite know exactly what he's saying right now. And in addition to that kind of mind-bending new twist, Sarah Palin is getting into the act, and it's still only Thursday. Just 4 days since Gingrich went on Meet the Press and expressed his perfectly reasonable political disagreement with fellow Republican Paul Ryan's plan to privatize Medicare.
I don't think right-wing social engineering is any more desirable than left-wing social engineering. I don't think imposing radical change from the right or the left is a very good way for a free society to operate.
That was Sunday on Meet the Press. When fellow Republicans heard that, a lot of them went ballistic. By Monday, Paul Ryan was saying, quote, with allies like that, who needs the left? By Tuesday, Gingrich had called Paul Ryan to apologize, but he wasn't exactly owning up either. He was blaming, of course, the media.
This isn't just a rookie mistake. This is a mistake by somebody that's in single-A short season Hagerstown. I mean, the whole part of this that you left out was his press secretary blaming everybody on the planet except for themselves.